Bang.
Okay, this is about Loadbang. In our sequencer tutorial here, it's probably a good time to start talking about Loadbang. Mm-hmm. So one of the tough things about Macs is like sometimes you'll get a patch working really well, you hit save, you close it, you open it up again, and like a lot of the important values that you've entered to get your patch working, like in number boxes and other places, are gone. It can be a real frustration.
Super frustrating.
There are some things that are saved in your Max patch, and there are some things that are not saved. So things that go into number boxes are not saved. Number boxes or flow nums, whether they're decimal points or whatever, that stuff does not get saved with your patch, which can be really counterintuitive and frustrating for students at the beginning. But anything you put into a message box does get saved. So one of the things, there's a bunch of ways, much more. Go ahead.
So I was just going to say, and all these arguments are also saved.
Yeah, arguments are saved. And there are a lot of ways to like deal with presets and loading up lots of information into your patch automatically and having different presets for your patch that are built into the patch.
Right.
There's a lot of ways to do that are complex, but I'm going to show this is about the simplest possible way to automatically configure your patch when it loads. And that's using this object called Loadbang. There's also one called LoadMess. They're sort of the same thing, Loadbang and LoadMess. So Loadbang does something extremely simple and intuitive. When you load the patch, it generates a bang. That's it. So on loading this patch automatically, started up this metro. Just right when the patch loads, Loadbang, when it's finished loading the patch into Max, like when I double click on the patch in the Mac Finder and it opens the patch, as soon as the patch is finished opening, Loadbang will fire. Actually, any object called Loadbang will fire. They'll all fire separately.
So let me ask you a question. Because we have this Loadbang sub patch in our bigger patch, will it automatically start as soon as the whole big patch is open? Or do you have to open the sub patch?
It starts when the main patch
is open.
Yeah.
Which is good to know, because if you have sub patches with Loadbangs, they will automatically start.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Just something good to keep in mind.
Yeah. So if let's say you have these 5 number boxes and you want these specific numbers to appear in these number boxes, maybe these are controlling parameters for something else that's going on in your patch. Right now these aren't connected to anything, so it doesn't make much sense. But you could have a Loadbang fire go into a message box that's got these 5 values in it, 1, 3, 5, 7.7 and 9.9. That message then gets triggered and gets unpacked. We haven't talked about unpack yet, but unpack will just split out any sequence of letters or numbers that you have in a message and send them out individual outlets. So I'm unpacking those and putting those out here. LoadMess will do the same exact thing. It just reduces one step. You don't need the message box. You can just put them in as arguments, and it will load this message when you load the patch. Another way this Loadbang and LoadMess are really useful is that if you want a movie to automatically load into a JIT.movie player, you can do it as an argument in JIT.movie, but sometimes people don't want to do that. So in this case here, I could say Loadbang read cat3.mov, and then right when the patch loads, I could also do a Loadbang to start the Q metro, so it automatically starts playing. And then also, by the way, if you double click on Loadbang, it generates a bang. So it's a good way to test out your Loadbang. So if you double click on it, it'll start this. When I load the patch, it will automatically read cat3.mov into JIT.movie and start it playing back. And Q metro will turn on at the same time, and it will start playing the video automatically without any user input. It will just start doing that.
Right.
So Loadbang and LoadMess are just really simple, but extremely useful.
Quick question for our viewers out there, just so they know that next to unpack, you have these arguments that are just ones. Those are essentially placeholders to give it, so it knows it needs an outlet.
Yes. We'll have a whole thing on unpack, unpack works. But yeah, these are just placeholder numbers that tell it what kind of data. And you can see that the last 2 are actually decimal points, because I have decimal point numbers as the last 2 arguments in the message. So.
Cool.
All right, Loadbang, LoadMess.